Okay, today we're going to talk about how to graph linear inequalities. So we've got 4 steps that I want to go over before we do an example. The first step is solve for y. I want all of you guys to write these steps down. The next step is we're going to use slope and y-intercept to make points. If you can't fit it all in that one line, just write it down below. The third step is use solid or dashed line. We need to determine which kind of line we need to use. And the fourth step is to shade above or below the line. Remember, just a little note, we can write it here in the stars, just a reminder, remember that when you multiply or divide by a negative number, your inequality sign changes. So remember to change the inequality sign when multiplying or dividing by a negative number. So that's just important to note. Okay, so we're always going to use a solid line when we have less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. Oops, I just did that wrong. Oh, never mind. There we go. Less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. We're going to use a dashed line if we've got less than or greater than. And we're going to shade above when we're looking at greater than or equal to or greater than. And we're going to shade below when we're looking at less than or equal to or less than. So let's look at this example. We've got the graph of 2x minus 3y is less than 12. So first we need to start with step 1. We need to solve for y. So we subtract 2x from both sides. We're left with negative 3y is less than 12 minus 2x. And now we're going to divide by a negative 3 to every term. And remember, what happens to that inequality sign? It changes direction. So negative 3 divided by negative 3 is just 1y. We now have greater than or equal to. 12 divided by negative 3 is negative 4. Negative 2 divided by negative 3, well, that's a positive 2/3 x. Now, can we write that so that it looks more like slope-intercept form? Well, we can just rewrite y is greater than, and let's write our 2/3 x first, and then subtract 4. So now it looks more like slope-intercept form. So now we use the slope and the intercept to make points. Well, remember, our negative 4 is our intercept, so go down 4 units on the y-axis. Did I do that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, okay. And our slope is 2/3. And remember, that's change in y over change in x. So I've got a positive 2 in the y direction and a positive 3 in the x direction. And I can do that a couple times. Positive 2 in the y, positive 3 in the x. Okay, so now I draw my line using my popsicle stick here. And remember, when it's a greater than or less than sign, we use a dashed line. So we draw our dashed line through our points, and now we have to decide whether to shade above or below the line. Well, in this example, y is greater than 2/3 x minus 4. So we're looking to shade all the y values that are above that line. So we shade here, and that is our solution region. So when we're looking at this, all of the points located in this shaded area, all the points, infinitely many points in this area, well, they are above the line, the dashed line. So those are all solutions to this inequality. Okay, that concludes our video for today.